Welcome to the Reconnect Factor, the podcast of the Power Play Reconnect experience. Hi, I'm your host, Ruth Haskins. Question for you. Did you know that there is more than one Liberty Bell in the United States? Well, we all know about the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia, but there is another. May is Mental Health Month. Many of us know that the history of mental health care has not been pretty. In fact, the history of mental health care here in the United States and around the world, though well-intentioned, was in many ways the stuff of nightmares and horror stories. But that all began to change in 1949, the early 1950s. In fact, on April 13th, 1953, a new bell was created. The inscription reads, "Cast from shackles which bound them, this bell shall ring out hope for the mentally ill and victory over mental illness." This symbol came into being when the organization Mental Health America requested from asylums from across the country their discarded chains and shackles that at one time had been used to restrain mentally ill patients. Then at the McShane Bell Foundry in Baltimore, Maryland, those items were melted down and recast into a sign of hope, the Mental Health Bell, Bell of Hope. With the surging increase of mental health issues in America and globally, the bell needs to ring out loud and clear. The stigma surrounding mental health issues is not gone. And as a result, many who need assistance and those who know them, those who need assistance, resist acknowledging warning signs until it's too late. In this case, it means not only individually destroyed lives, but also escalating incidents of mass violence. During this month, many people will advocate for the well-being of those who have mental health illnesses. Able-bodied people will donate money and volunteer their hours to support this cause. And all of that is important and very necessary. However, on a simple level, each one of us can do 3 things that will help this all-important issue. 1, we can care for our mental health. If we as an individual know that we are experiencing extreme stress, results from untreated trauma, or anything that is affecting our mental and or emotional health, we need to reach out and get help. We can contact a warm line if we need assistance, and that's found at www.warmline.org. The warm lines are state-operated and are different from hotlines. Warm lines are for when you need someone to talk to, but you're not in crisis. Hotlines, on the other hand, are there for a crisis and there to help you become reasonably stable until help arrives. For the crisis hotlines, the Suicide Crisis Lifeline is reachable by texting 988. You can also text MHA, Mental Health America, MHA, to 741-741. The second thing we can do is be aware of our family, our friends, associates, and our neighbors. And by the way, everyone, and I repeat, everyone, is our neighbor. The world situation, along with the national situation, is affecting us all. And some of us are more vulnerable than others because of many factors, not least of all family and economic stressors. So if you see something, say something. Say something to the friend of a person that you see struggling and you know something's not right. Or say something if you see something within your family and you sense that something with this family member is really not, it's just not right. You don't know what it is, but you need to tell other members in your family. We also need to show compassion and empathy for others suffering, even if we don't really understand what is happening in their lives or why they are reacting as they are reacting. So I would say, outside of yourself, apply the same information as above. If someone is in a mental health crisis, help them to find someone to talk with. Reach out to the Suicide Crisis Lifeline by texting 988 or by texting Mental Health America, MHA, to 741-741. And the third thing we can do is to research resources where we can help ourselves as well as others. And as an overall resource, contact Mental Health America at www.mhanational.org. That's www.mhanational.org. May is Mental Health Month. Let's ring the mental health bell by maintaining awareness of and championing the mental health and well-being of ourselves and our neighbors. We don't need to suffer while trying to appear normal. Instead, let's all take a thought from Maya Angelou, who said, "If you are always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be." More than just a thought. This is the Reconnect Factor, the podcast of the Power Play Reconnect experience. Thank you for listening.